Hello, welcome to the Lilac Tree Tarot and to a general reading for the sign of Scorpio. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you're returning to the channel, welcome back. It's really good to have you here. We're going to do a reading that should cover the next approximate 31 days in time. So we're looking at the entire month of August in this reading. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull 3 oracle cards for you. And we'll get a general overview of the energy that will be flowing in and out of this month. And then we'll get specific. We'll move into the tarot. And then we will just talk a tiny bit about these tiny little runes that I drew for you. They're so pretty, but they're small. And the astrological dice that I threw. Okay, why don't we get right into it? I have sanctified the room with water and fire, and I have cleared the energy with sage. So we're ready to go. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to set the energy, and then we'll pull some oracle cards. Thank you, God, guardian angels, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please teach me to have correct knowledge and understanding. Speak your word in my ear and set your wisdom in my heart. Amen. All right, Scorpio, how are you doing? I hope you're doing really great. I think we're going to have a great month. Let's see. Let's see what Spirit would like to share with Scorpio. Okay. Whoops. Thank you, Spirit. Please give me clear and accurate messages for Scorpio. Okay, come together. Some of you may be solidifying a romantic relationship of some sort. You may also be creating a new relationship. You may be making a new career move, starting a business, I'm hearing for some of you, or just getting a new position at work, or moving into a new job. Could, mean a lot of different things for a lot of different people. Let's see what else we have. Thank you, Spirit. Please give me clear and accurate messages for Scorpio, please. Okay, we have determination. Determination. We see the sign of Pisces. You may be connecting with the Pisces this month. You may have Pisces in your chart. So that's pretty fun. Let's see what else we have for you. Those are 2 salmon, and we know salmon swim upstream. They are very determined fish to get back to their birth spots. They, when they're ready to spawn and then die, before they do that, they swim upstream to get back to their birthplace. And it's usually a very strenuous travel time for them. So it looks like maybe something that you've been working towards for quite a while, Scorpio. Maybe you're not quite done with it yet, but you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. You may be being told to keep your focus, keep that determination going throughout the month of August. Maybe you're getting a little distracted or losing focus, or maybe just losing hope. So Spirit is definitely, I think, here telling you to keep your focus and keep going. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. What else do you have for Scorpio, please? What else do you have for Scorpio? A time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. All right, a lot of Virgo energy happening for my water signs. I just did Cancer, and Cancer had a full moon in Virgo. So, yeah, interesting. We'll see what comes up with Pisces when we do Pisces next. If they're also going to get a little bit of that Virgo energy, which really, is Mercury energy coming in as well. Mercury being the planet that rules Virgo, and Mercury is moving into Virgo soon. I don't know the exact date. Maybe it already happened. I don't know. I'm not an astrologer. I do play one on TV though. Just kidding. If you know, drop me a line, let me know. But I do know that it's happening this month if it hasn't happened already. And so, that might indicate a connection here for you. We're going to pull some tarot. I'd like to see where we're going with this, where the need for communication is coming. So let's see. Let's pull some tarot for you, Scorpio, and see what Spirit would like to share with us. Please give me clear and accurate messages for Scorpio, please. While I'm shuffling, let me take this opportunity to ask you to please hit that like button for me if you're enjoying this reading so far, or subscribe to the channel if you're so inclined. That would really help me out. Let me know that you are getting something out of these readings. Okay. I don't take pop-outs. You may have seen that Four of Swords pop out, but put it back in. Let's see what we got for you, Scorpio. Clear. Accurate. Please, Spirit. All right. We've got the Ten of Discs. Love to see you heading up the energy of the month with the Ten of Discs. Then we have the Four of Discs. So look at that. 2 disc cards so far. Queen of Swords. This oftentimes is my Scorpio card. I mean, Scorpios are pretty good at cutting through bullshit. And then, oh, look at that, the High Priestess. All right, some moon energy there coming in. All right, so looks like a month for you, Scorpio, where you're really able to show your strengths, show what you're good at. You're also going to be able to bring in abundance, and this abundance is foundational abundance. It's something that is going to either give you the ability to start something new. I'm really feeling entrepreneurial energy again, Scorpio, for some of you, kind of with this Four of Discs, setting up house. Some of you may be actually purchasing a house. Let's take a look closer at this Four of Discs. You can see that it looks like 4 pillars, right? And it looks like a castle. You can see here there's a moat that's going over the water. And then this is a fortified structure right here. It's like the foundation of a castle, a fortified structure. So sometimes it can talk about being overly defensive because, you know, you are building this moat. But it's a positive card here. And it primarily is talking about laying the foundation for something very secure, something tangible. Combined with this 10 of Discs, I'm getting 2 messages for you, Scorpio. So you're going to take this as it resonates. Some of you are reaching a level of abundance here that is more than you had expected, and it's very beneficial, not just to you, but to others. So it's important that as you take this abundance that you have received and you apply it towards building something, that you apply it towards building something that is not just for you, but that includes other people. And benefits others as well. It could benefit your family, could benefit the community in some way, but the lesson with the 10 of Discs is that it's very important to share the wealth. Because when we get to the 10 of Discs, I know I've talked about this before, but it's super important to always remember this. When we get to the 10 of Discs, we reach the last card in the minor arcana cards. And actually, you know, we reach the last card in the deck of tarot cards. When we get to the 10 of Discs, we go right back up to the Fool card. And so you can't take it with you, as the saying goes, right? Like when you pass on, you're not going to take all that wealth with you. So when we get to the 10 of Discs, it's very much a card of keeping that in mind, that it's important to build something that is lasting and that gives back. It's where we talk about very wealthy people building libraries, nonprofit organizations. Now, for most of us, we don't have that kind of wealth, and we can't we can't build a library, right? Or create a university or build a school or something like that. But the premise and the idea is the same. It talks about giving back in some way. So that could mean that for you, it's time to mentor, maybe mentor somebody younger than you. That could be that come together card as well. Also the salmon with the spawning and the birthing of new generations of salmon, right? This could be talking about doing something that provides for the next generation, not just yourself. So like I said, it could be even as simple as you buying a house. That's something that you're able to pass on to your children. I think the last reading I did for you, Scorpio, was called Building a Legacy, and so we're getting more of that energy. So if the last reading, and I generally don't remember my readings that specifically after I've done them, so you might want to go and check out the last Scorpio reading. But if we were talking about you almost being at the point where you're able to bring this energy in, this is the month where you actually bring it in. Now your advice here is the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords talks about seeing through masks, seeing past masks. You can see she's got like a mask in her hand, right? And the sword in her hand. She's like cut through that mask. And These are actually wings behind her. Those clear structures there. Those are wings. But she can like see past the she can see past the obvious, right? She can see past the facade that may be being presented to her. She can see deeper and understand the deeper meaning behind things. So I think that you're being asked here, especially with the Priestess card coming in, right, with that Queen of Swords, being asked to really tap into your intuition and cut through BS. Like really see the truth behind a situation. Don't just get stuck on appearances and first impressions. Really tap into your intuition and see beyond the surface of things. Now the High Priestess is also a teacher. She has scrolls in front of her and she's gained a lot of knowledge. And so again, I'm getting that need to teach and pass on information. Especially, I just realized that it's time to give rather than take card with the new moon in Virgo. And the other thing that I forgot to mention is that this 10 of discs is associated with the sign of Mercury. You can see like all the Mercury symbols on this disc. So a lot of Mercury energy happening for you, a lot of communication energy. You might want to check your chart and see where Mercury is in your own personal chart, and that might help you pinpoint the area of life that we're dealing with here for you specifically. But let's pull another row of tarot cards for you. I'm going to pull 3 rows of tarot and then we'll go into the runes. But let's see what other clarification Spirit would like to provide for Scorpio. All right, thank you, Spirit. Please give me clear and accurate messages for Scorpio, please. Clear and accurate messages for Scorpio. Okay. All right. I have so few cards here, 3, that I have to turn them around. We're not going to use those as my row, but I like to take a look at them. Okay, you've got the Fool, you've got the Queen of Wands, and the Judgment card. All right, so this is telling me that this is you kind of in the present, right this moment as I am drawing these cards, and it's telling me that you've found something new that really gets your energy going, your juices going, makes you feel creative and alive and vital. And it could be something that you've done in the past that you're resurrecting, that you're doing again. It could be something that is almost ready to reach, it's almost ready to bloom. It's something that you started, you've been working on, and it's so close to completion, but it's not quite there yet, but it's so close that maybe, you're feeling all of that energy. So let's just pull the rest of the cards. Okay, we got the 2 of Wands underneath that 10 of Coins. Wow, we've got the Ace of Discs. And just, as an aside here, look how beautiful that Ace of Discs card is in this deck. I will have the names of the decks in the description box of this video if you're interested, but I just love that Ace of Discs card. We have the 7 of Cups, and then we have, look at that, the 9 of Cups. All right. So really positive energy coming in here for you. I'm going to put these aside right over there. We'll just kind of keep them there for now. All right, let's take a look at these, Scorpio. You've got the 2 of Wands coming in under the 10 of Discs. What that tells me is that there's something that you've been working on, I feel, and there was a decision on whether or not you wanted to keep going with this. Should you take this idea, this concept further, or should you leave it behind? I feel like you may be struggling with that a little bit throughout the month, but you're being told that there's a gift coming in for you, and you're being told to persevere here. You've got the Ace of Discs, so we've got that seed energy underneath the 4 of Discs. So this is a real foundational energy again, right? You plant a seed and then you nurture it and then it grows into a mighty oak. It's that same fortress feeling, that castle feeling of building the foundation for your castle. So whatever it is that you're working on right now, Scorpio, has the potential to be incredibly abundant and stable, very stable and long lasting, you know? Now you've got the Seven of Cups underneath the Queen of Swords. So again, it's just reiterating that message that we had before of cutting through the confusion, seeing through the mess, whatever that mess may be for you, and focusing on the end goal. I am hearing the need to focus and to apply diligent strength to moving forward. You've got the Nine of Cups underneath the Priestess. So it looks to me like whatever you've been wishing for, whatever you've been trying to manifest, it's going to happen for you. The Nine of Cups is called the wish card. You know, that's kind of what people how they always refer to the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups tells me that whatever it is that you've been trying to manifest is definitely going to manifest. But the thing about the Nine of Cups is that there is a little bit of not a warning, but a reminder with the Nine of Cups that it's, in a way, it can be a selfish card sometimes. It's just very self-gratifying. So because we've got the bookend, with the High Priestess and the Nine of Cups, again, I just want to remind you about the need to just share abundance with others. But I couldn't really ask for a more positive outcome here for you, Scorpio. This is really nice. Let's pull one more row of cards and see what Spirit would like to share with us. Please give me clear and accurate messages for Scorpio. Is there anything else you can tell us specifically about the month ahead? Thank you. All right, we have the Hermit, the Five of Cups, the Hanged Man, and then the Queen of Wands making another appearance for us. All right, so with that Hermit card, this really is telling me that, and I feel the need to look at the bottom of the deck. We'll look at that. The bottom of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles coming in for you again. So a real, a real blessing, a gift of some sort, something very foundational, something that is going to grow and mature into something incredibly abundant for you. This is what you're building this month. With the Ten of Discs and the Nine of Cups and the Queen of Wands, I see it coming to some kind of fruition by the end of the month for you, Scorpio. So, especially with this Hermit card. Now, the thing about the Hermit card is that it always talks to me when we're talking about a career situation. The Hermit card always says to me that you're very close to being recognized for all of your hard work. And this Hermit card in particular, because it's got these like comets in the background, it reminds me very much of the Eight of Wands. I feel like this recognition, this accomplishment is going to come fairly soon, faster than you thought. But this is a project that you've been working on for a while and that you've been trying to really integrate and create a balance in your life over how you're going to manifest this. And you may have been a little confused about how to bring this about, but I think that you're cutting through that confusion this month and you're able to make this happen. I feel like there may have been something in the past, some kind of disappointing situation. You're being asked to try to look at it from a different perspective. Try to appreciate the gifts that were inherent in whatever loss that you had. And I'm looking at it as in a loss in terms of like a competition, not really an emotional loss. I feel like there was something that you didn't win that was upsetting to you in some way. And I think you're going to be able to just get over that feeling of loss, especially with that hangman. I think you're going to see it from a new perspective. And with the Queen of Wands at the end of the month, this is you being highly attractive, Scorpio. This is not gender specific, but the Queen of Wands is highly attractive to, whoever she's trying to attract romantically. We've got it with the High Priestess, the Nine of Cups, and then the Queen of Wands. This is a very specific message. It's not going to apply to everyone, but for some of you, there may have been a relationship that you were trying to attract for yourself and it didn't work out for whatever reason. You're bringing in a new relationship where you are being almost like as if you're being placed on a pedestal, where you're being viewed as the High Priestess and you are a wish fulfillment for this person that's coming into your life. So I kind of really, I like that a lot for you. This is tying into that come together card for me, and also that determination card. So I do feel like for some of you Scorpios, if you've been looking for a relationship, it's coming in for you, and it's going to be a better relationship than you could have even imagined for yourself. I'm going to take that and extend that even to a career. If you were turned down for a job or a position that you didn't get and it was very upsetting to you, I think you're going to find something that works even better for you this month, Scorpio. So don't fret it. You've got a super positive outcome. Yeah, that Eight of Cups, that's like walking away from something that didn't, I wanted to get clarifier on that Five of Cups. That's walking away from something that just didn't, it just wasn't right for you, and so it didn't happen. Sometimes we're just redirected to a new outcome that is much better than we could have predicted for ourselves. So there's that Fool energy also, with just going with the flow and letting the universe direct you at times. Very important to do. All right, Scorpio, let me tell you a little bit about the runes that I drew for you. I'm not an expert on the runes, so feel free to do your own search on these runes to get a little more insight if you'd like to, or just see what your intuition tells you and how they fit with the reading. But this is the rune of Canaz, and it's a rune of fire. It's literally a torch, and because it's like a torch and fire, it illuminates and it brings knowledge. This is the rune of Perthro, and it's a rune of camaraderie, of gatherings, like community gatherings, and good luck. So that's nice that you have this good luck, especially with that wish fulfillment card. I feel like this could be a very lucky month for you, Scorpio. And then you have the rune of Awaz. This is a rune of strength and resilience, which is connecting to that determination card that we got, being resilient and determined and focused to keep going, to stay the course. And it's also a rune of regeneration. So fire can illuminate, but it can also regenerate. And so there's that feeling of something from the past. I feel like there's something that you used to do in the past that you're bringing up again, that you're doing again. And then for the astrological dice, you got Mercury in Capricorn. So, there's that Mercury energy again that's just all over your reading. It was also all over Cancer's reading, so my water sign's definitely being affected by that Mercury energy. And then in the third house. So Mercury in the third house can not always be the most ideal position for Mercury, only because the third house talks about communications, about your neighborhood, about people that you see every day, about your chosen family, people that you consider your family that are not necessarily related to you. And because Mercury likes to talk a lot, it could sometimes talk about being maybe a little too gossipy or a little too free with your words. But you have it, Mercury in Capricorn, and Capricorn provides that limiting energy, that stabilizing energy. So I think that you are going to be able to, this month, you're going to be able to really come across as stable and true, like somebody that's true to their word, somebody that doesn't talk a lot of BS, somebody that's a straight arrow, and somebody that you can trust. So, take that how it resonates for you. Scorpio, but I feel like those are the energies that are kind of playing around with you this month. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull one last final oracle card for you, Scorpio. I'm going to pull a Nature's Whispers oracle card for you. It's kind of like parting words of wisdom. This is one of my favorite decks. I know I say that every time I pull it out, but I just love the imagery in this deck. And I'm going to read to you from the actual book because I think the book just has beautiful, beautiful text. So let me shuffle this deck for you a little bit and then give you some final parting words of wisdom, Scorpio. All right, thank you, Spirit. What do you have for Scorpio? Please give me clear and accurate messages for Scorpio, please. Okay, look at that breakthrough. I really like that. I think that's really talking about what we were talking about last time. Your last reading was building a legacy, and now there's something that happens this month that really lets you bring whatever this project is, whatever you've been working on, it lets you bring this to fruition. So let me get the book. Let me read to you what it says here. All right, I'm going to hold this up so you can meditate on this beautiful card a little bit. It's number 8. Might mean something to you, might not. Okay, feel confident that things are falling into place. Just as a seedling breaking through the surface of the earth, you too are going to experience an emergence. The efforts of your hard work will become evident, and you will begin to see the difference all of that labor and time you have invested has made. Count your blessings. You are gifted with a creative touch and the ability to generate new and wonderful things. Take a moment to feel proud of yourself for all that you have accomplished. Wow, Scorpio. I mean, that totally sums up what we were talking about. I love it. I love this energy for you. I am so happy for you. This breakthrough energy, this moment, your time has come. It's wonderful. All right, Scorpio, I hope you found this helpful and insightful and fun. And if you did, if you could hit that like button for me, I would really appreciate that. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. That will give you notifications of when I upload new videos. All right, Scorpio, have a great month. I will catch you next time. Bye.